So, alright, there we go. So, BITBAWID as the Ethiopians, of course an archer civ, and on the blue and here on the red we have Young Rocks as the Saracens. We have really good camels and of course a really good market as well. See some nice sheep scouting here from BITBAWID. Again, talking about strategy, if I'm BITBAWID, of course, I go full on archers and feudal age. Throw in a few spears in there to make sure that that our scouts they are not as effective. And if I'm Young Rocks, maybe a fast castle into the most powerful units, or I go with that scout rush. I think both options are very viable. Beautiful lumber camp here on these trees here to the south. Alright, he's building that house here to protect his woodline already. That's some good foreshadowing. Yeah, nothing much happened yet. We're still very early in the game. Very good lure from BITBAWID.
نعم.
And a great lure from Young Rocks as well. Oh, these sheep are a little bit far away from the town center. And BITBAWID finding his sheep with the villager. Oh, BITBAWID going to scout his opponent. Now he's just scouting around his base still, and Young Rocks may have found where BITBAWID is. So BITBAWID already on the second boar. Yeah, and so is Young Rocks. A bit of idle eco, never ideal. So far a pretty uneventful Dark Age. No one went for any laming, which is nice to see. Laming can destroy games quite early. But if we look at the map, there are a few resources to the outside. This gold can be a big deal. The game goes a distance, and so can these two stones. Or a relic over there, and another relic over here. That's a puddle. Each player got their own puddle. Yeah, but this one's really close to BITBAWID's town center, and it might actually be wallable. Yeah, I suspect this gold is going to be fought for in both of these. Young Rocks going for loom. Oh, BITBAWID with an idle TC of 45 seconds. It's almost 2 villages worth. But he's getting Loom and getting clicked up. Of course, Young Rocks clicked up a little bit earlier. So we're seeing a barracks here from BITBAWID. Seeing the second lumber camp and 3 on gold. It's gonna be some sort of archers play. Oh, that scout's lucky. Actually, we're seeing the same build from Young Rocks. 8 on only 1 lumber camp. And the 3 on the lumber camp to the north. If you look at what each player has scouted, Young Rocks is quite a bit here. BITBAWID is getting his scouting here of his opponent. Young Rocks clicking up just a little bit earlier. I have no idea why the messages are in French, but alright, we'll take them, I suppose. So we got some decent walls already from BITBAWID. Going within archery range. And double range from Young Rocks already. We see from BITBAWID as well, but he's slightly late. That might mean 1 or 2 extra archers, and that can certainly tilt fights. Idle scout, I don't really like that. At least get him an auto scout. And Young Rocks producing archers. Both players with the wood upgrade. No fletching yet for nobody really. Oh, and Young Rocks is gonna try to stop the range from going up, maybe just wasting a little bit of the BITBAWID's APM. Until then attack with the scout. Still 42 HP, that's not too bad. Oh, and he's gonna try to stop BITBAWID from walling. The scout is now weak, but the archers have made their way, and the archers are in. The spear shouldn't have much chance. Oh, but BITBAWID's got 3 archers, only 3 archers. If Young Rocks pulls his archers back, this should be a 4v3 fight. Oh, here comes the other archer from BITBAWID. Young Rocks slightly ahead on the numbers department. Oh, sniping the vills, that's a very good play. BITBAWID's still open on the north side, on the, not north, on the western side here. Good addition there to the scouts. That should help take care of the archers. Well, this is a great use of the team bonus of the added damage against buildings. Yeah, that palisade wall shouldn't take long to fall. Still no fletching for anyone. Oh, the scout's tanking a lot of damage. Oh, look at the micro, look at the moves. Young Rocks 1 archer up. Trying to lure his opponent into the hill. I don't think BITBAWID is gonna fall for that. Hey there, Young Rocks. Cheers for the follow, mate. Well, the BITBAWID closing the town off already. It's now 8 versus 11. But there are a few...
Não, meu, cala-te, pá, fogo, deixa-me ouvir.
Few Cdymz. So the economy pretty much undisturbed in the back here for Young Rocks. It's floating a lot of wood though. Yeah, just gotta be careful. Those Cdymz will do a number if you let them stay alive. And Young Rock's gonna try to look for another way in, or is he just gonna pull them back? Yeah, more archers trickling through. I suspect this is an auto scout. I was gonna try to snipe the wood villagers. Oh, and there's a hole! Oh no! The villagers on wood are going down. He's not even pulling his army there to defend them. A little bit slow. That's so much idle eco. Damn, that was insane from Young Rock. 7-3 now on the KD and the 3-0 on the eco KD. 4 villagers up, now 3. The Young Rocks, as a Saracen, is making good use of the market to click up first. Wait, did he click up? Yeah, he clicked up. Just waiting for the other villager to queue. Yeah, and with the Saracens, of course, their camels have extra HP, so that can absolutely make the difference against archers who are supposed to counter them. Yeah, now BITBAWID completely closed off. Young Rocks didn't even bother to wall everything off. Certainly wall here to the edge of the map, and here to the edge of the map too. Still floating a bunch of wood that will certainly be used to get maybe one TC and ballistics, or both TCs up. Yeah, both players will be clicking up the castle edge at around the same time. The difference those villagers make, eh? Young Rocks with a lot of resources, and BITBAWID a little bit low. Yeah, I figured, Young Rocks, I figured. Ooh, one archer forward. Misclick, or was it like that? Ooh, look at BITBAWID going forward. Waiting for the overchop. Of both players at the same second. Am I gonna see University drop, or is it gonna be 2 TCs? Yeah, getting bought immediately. Young Rocks with the defense upgrade, the armor upgrade. Those archers, and yeah, more archers coming. And we're gonna see some knights. This gold heavy composition, but if he gets like 3 knights along with the archers into this, then the crossbows and Cdymz army's toast. Oh, Young Rocks doesn't notice the army. Noticing it a little bit too late now. 21 archers against yeah, 15 from BITBAWID, but BITBAWID's got the hill. Young Rocks pulling out a little bit, now walling off this this eastern side. Oh, that knight won't survive long. Yeah, but he keeps the mass alive. BITBAWID already added the second town center. So has Young Rocks. 5 villagers lead now. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Adding a siege workshop, that's probably the smartest move here considering the archers. BITBAWID adding his own siege workshop as well. Doesn't have the wood to create any siege yet. Should be a mangonel. I don't see much value in getting a scorpion against archers. Yeah, Young Rocks already with the 2 on stone and BITBAWID on 3 on stone. And both these players keeping the masses up. Oh, BITBAWID going for the second farm upgrade. Already has a wheelbarrow, so his farms are going to be much more efficient. Oh, I'm going for a cheeky night push. Here on the northern side, if he manages to get by any of these palisades, he might actually deal a lot of damage and push this back. We're gonna see some mangonels fight, which is always exciting. Yeah, and we see third TC up for both of these guys. Not really any offense at the moment. There was a bit of feudal age action and a bit of early castle age action. Oh, and here comes BITBAWID. Oh, is there a hole there? I think there's a hole. And some villagers will start to die. Ethiopian archers surefire fast, and there's a hole. Bit of an over chop, and Young Rocks forced to pull his villagers back to the town centers. There's a monastery for some moralic gathering. Oh, and the mangonels is gonna deal so much damage. Oh, that was a nice shot. 4 crossbows down. Oh, that's gonna be a ton of villagers. Already 10 villagers down. Yeah, that's gonna be way more. No ballistics for either player yet. Yeah, BITBAWID doesn't even care about losing those crossbows. Getting a ton of value for them. Already on 13 eco KD. Oh, the knight's coming through! Oh, but that's an amazing mangonel shot! Young Rock's army is done. Even the knights don't survive. Oh, there's a defensive castle coming up. Those crossbows might be enough to stop that. That mangonel holding in strong. But with getting back so many villagers building the castle though, it should go up. And it will provide a huge boost on defense. Already at 90% and the castle's going up. Yeah, that means that BITBAWID must find either another area to attack or he must retreat altogether, and he opts for the latter. It's already got a bunch of crossbows at home. Is that another siege workshop? No, that's a market. Yeah, very successful attack. All of a sudden he's almost done 14 villagers. Still doesn't have the villager lead. That's strange. And floating almost 3,000 wood. That's why he's making the market, I suppose. Hasn't sold off the wood yet. Ah, there it is. Now Young Rock's building another castle. I like this castle, protecting an important choke point in the middle of the map. If not for all of this here in the front, I would have said ahead of this gold to protect it. Considering all of this, if he tries to build that castle here in the front, it gets denied for sure. So this year is for the best. The Young Rock's already with a relic, and I don't see a monastery for BITBAWID. Ooh, let's Skirm coming in for Young Rocks. Both players displaying a huge amount of respect now. Young Rocks still with stone for yet another castle. Got a lot over 1,000. Yeah, he opts to go for the forward gold, using his map control. Yeah, and using the mangonel as well to take down that archery range. But as much as the knights were gold intensive, the Young Rocks has the economy to keep that going. That was a cheeky mangonel shot, just to make sure that Young Rocks leaves this range alone. And I would have liked to have seen someone attacking right now. BITBAWID with the defensive castle. Not really on a hill. He could get it a bit forward. But BITBAWID did expand a little bit here to the northeast. It didn't really expand here to the southern area. Certainly not to the north, where there are a few neutral resources. Oh, I love this castle, the wood here protecting from a forward push, so BITBAWID either comes here through the south, or he has to deal with the castle. So we are starting to see Young Rocks expand a little bit to the outer resources. But BITBAWID already overtaken him on Eco and on his way to Imp. Now decides to make a go for it, but spots the castle and decides to retreat. Well, the mangonel might go down, and it goes down. A bit of a waste, that mangonel. Oh, and BITBAWID earlier was floating 3,000 wood, now lacks wood. So he has to create a lumber camp and getting a bunch of villagers there.
No.
Yeah, I think Young Rocks has all the relics. Oh, there's this one relic here in the south, completely in BITBAWID's base. And we see Arbalest coming in. See Arbalest, we might see the third blacksmith upgrade, bracer. 60 archers, that's so many! So many. As much as these castles are in good positions, you can avoid them. Yeah, and as I say that, Young Rocks realizes the potential for a push on this side and goes for a castle here. Now going for those high HP camels. We might even see the castle upgrade. I don't remember the name, but we see chemistry coming in from Young Rocks. Well, the market's gonna go down on the castle's attack alone. Oh, and we're gonna see a trap war for sure. Young Rocks has the numbers advantage with the 2 trebuchets. Might want to use these villagers to repair. I think that's what he's gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna get there in time now with the 2nd trebuchet coming in. Oh, and here goes BITBAWID trying to attack the traps with the archers. That's a ton of villagers repairing. I doubt the castle will stand, and the castle goes down. But so much damage! So much damage! BITBAWID's army took a huge hit. Yeah, the faster attacking the archers will make a dent. Still, BITBAWID being careful, not going under the castle. And that truck could go down. And it goes down. We'll just have to go down to the archers. BITBAWID showing a ton of respect here. Not being aggressive, letting Young Rocks get his economy as he wants to after that very good push in Castle Age. Now Young Rocks floating a lot of resources. It's just a point of keeping production going. See a couple of bombard cannons. Oh, now we're starting to see the hussars. The hussars are good, but not enough, as the castle will stop them. Wow, and what was a huge army now gets reduced to a few units. But the Arbalest and Hussar is a very good combo nonetheless. Should do a number on these units and even the bombard cannons. Oh, as BITBAWID gets a ton of dragons going. Yeah, that trap should go down. Yeah, very good play with the camels there. It should counter the hussars. And all of those archers. 60 archers gone just like that. If Young Rock starts pushing, there might be nothing that BITBAWID can do here now. Stuck producing hussars. He does have the gold. And even the wood eco to produce archers. The hussars only have the first armor upgrade. Sending them one by one, also not a good move. Bombard cannons taking the production buildings down. The camels doing a fantastic job of taking down the hussars. Finally we see a bit of a mass. 9 hussars. Just showing it a lot of respect. He's gonna have to make a move. Otherwise, these bombard cannons will rack through his base. Now we see some hussars too from Young Rocks. Oh, those camels being sacrificed to the gods. We see some pikemen from BITBAWID, but it's fighting a huge army of 51 with 12 units only. And the bombard cannons will be doing their jobs here. Yeah, BITBAWID forced to create another stable back home. They could use this opportunity to expand even more here to the north. Or to the west, I mean. Oh, those Hussars! They might be able to actually penetrate the line and do a lot of damage. But they run into the castle. Oh no, they're not even gonna survive. Yeah, the BITBAWID looked like he was on the verge of winning, but great response from Young Rocks. That castle goes down. Yeah, BITBAWID absolutely needs more thought out army composition. It's always tough to fight camel civs because you can't really go for your hussars and knights because those camels will just melt them. Maybe find the Ethiopians here. I may go for Gebettos. Maybe Gebettos and Arbalists, something like that. Yeah, another castle goes down in a very defensible position. That's a ton of knights. 13 knights already. You see some of those crossbows that Young Rocks had from previously. And we see some heavy camels. Those heavy camels are going to be huge. Oh, and as we see, one raid here to the south with Hussars. Defensive Hussars from BITBAWID keep the damage to a minimum. No, they don't. Everybody, all of those villagers are going to go down. Oh, the knights are doing the jobs here. Upgraded now to Cavalier. Your last ditch attempt from BITBAWID doesn't have any gold eco, so he's gonna have to resort to a market that he doesn't have. Yeah, and if the Cavalier do nothing, then this might be it. Bombard cannons, pretty much uncontested, just taking down the town center. There are even these camels out here, just taking the houses down. Yeah, BITBAWID calls it. A back and forth map number 1. Young Rocks started off better, but BITBAWID won Castle Age. And Young Rocks with a better army composition later on turned the tide in his favor again. I really like the camels and skirms countering both units that BITBAWID was making. Yeah, and much more expansionist from Young Rocks. Going to the north here.